Seated in Siddhasana or any sage pose, as you start taking your awareness to your breath, regardless of whether the eyes are open in Unmani or closed gently, intensify the awareness on your breath. We are seated in a comfortable, happy posture called Sukhasana. Asana, that is steady posture, giving us Sukh, that is happiness. And there are several in these. They are the postures in which the masters, the sages, meditate by keeping their mind off from scattered thoughts and patterns. And they have made it very simple for us. All they say is, get comfortable and with open or closed eyes, watch your breath to a point where you become the breath. Nothing, no sound, no odor, no fragrance, no touch or friction, no sight, nothing by way of taste can take us away from the bliss and the happiness that we are getting in becoming the breath, not being with the breath. So each one of us are the Puraks, each one of us are the Rechaks. We are not changing it, we are watching it. This is beyond Anapan. This is beyond Swara Yoga. We often get waylaid and confused by a count and by a threshold when blood pressure is being measured. And we often think that a 120 by 80 systolic and diastolic are perfect. But that's not always the case. If we have a tendency of having a low blood pressure, then even 120 by 80 is high. If we have a Vata, Pitta, any of the dosha prakritis where we have a tendency of having a little higher blood pressure, then even a 120 by 80 is too low. Same goes for our insulin counts, diabetes, secretions from the pancreas, and hence we have to find our own healing and journey. To some of us, any shocking news can yo-yo the blood pressure and sugar levels. To some of us, being elated and happy, each one of us must find our own reasons for our thresholds to be changed. Each one of us has to find our own solution. No master, no teacher, no guru can change it. Go find the masters, but eventually you be your own guru. From a dietitian to an Ayurveda specialist to an allopath, homeopath, everyone can give solutions from everything that he knows and has learned. But we on our own can go way beyond that. And that will happen only with awareness. And that is what we are doing. We are becoming our breath. It's a laugh when someone tells me I want to take a break for 1 month or 1 quarter. How can we take a break from breath? It means we are dying. It's available free to you, but we can't take a break. I'm ready to give it free. How can we say, I want to take a break? How can we go away from our own awareness, watching and becoming what we are living with? And the only thing we are living with, breath goes, prana goes. An arm can go, a limb can go, a toe can go, a ear can go. We can't take a break from breaths. Become the breath today. Don't change it. Don't do any pranayam. We are all alive. We are all breathing. And we are all watching our every breath, oxygenating our every cell. Taking a break from breath is absolute death. The prana moving out. We often want calm, good sleep, conquering sleep apnea, rootedness, strength, vitality, stability, sexual fulfillment, creativity, a good voice, energy, well-being, taste, digestion, joy, confidence, and acceptance for life and everyone around us. We want love, we want wisdom, we want compassion, we want perseverance, we want creativity and expression. We want to hear well, we want to taste well, we want a good intuition, we want to concentrate, we want to be less forgetful. We want clarity, we want wisdom. We want bliss, we want union, we want empathy, we want liberation. And yet we want it all by taking a break. Only few handful of us. We will not get any of these if we don't change our energies. If we think we can do stuff on our own, we are very mistaken. We want our soulmates, our buddies. So first, congratulate yourselves that you have not taken a break. Say your name mentally now as you watch and become your breath. Fill in the blank of the I and congratulate yourself for deciding that you want to stay alive and hence you don't want to take a break. And you want not only 1, 2, or 3 of these, but each one of these on your menu to be ordered, not only out to the universe, but to a master, a teacher like me, who also went through the same journey of wanting to take breaks. And there the universe threw me into another situation. From a back problem to sciatica to being on traction, to sleep disorders, to depressive anxieties, to panic attacks, to obesity, to excessive hair fall. Each one of these and many, many more, I went through this beautiful journey, congratulating myself on how beautifully I found ways to conquer them and to share their goodness. So first, a congratulation to each one of you. And since by now we've already become the breath, we address a few situations that were requested for. One of the most important things to handle secretions of the pancreas, which is not get into hypoglycemia too, as we handle diabetes, is to bring about yoga with a twist. Yoga does not mean asanas. It does not mean steady postures. It means a huge, a union, a connection. So stay with your breath and become the breath now. And come into a twist like you've never twisted before. To do abdominal Kapalabhati. Twist like you never twisted before. Exhale like you've never exhaled before. We are currently addressing diabetes. And diabetes does not only mean high insulin. It means conquering and being in yoga, union with the secretions of the pancreas, named insulin by the industry and otherwise. Continuing Kapalabhati, change sides. Make sure every Kapalabhati pulls your abdomen in as you stay in yoga, in union with a twist. So twisted that your shoulders are parallel to the wall on that side. And when you come up with a problem, I give you a solution given to us by the masters. There are two things that can happen here. One, I may meet you after 6 months and ask you once again when you ask me, Bijal, show me something for diabetes. And I say, remember I showed you that Kapalbhati with a twist? And you say, oh yeah, but I've never done it. Two, you may think, oh, but this is so simple. There may be many other therapies to it. Maybe acupressure, maybe other pranayams, maybe some asanas, maybe food to be controlled, quantity to be controlled. So this mind always behaves like an intoxicated monkey bitten by a scorpion. But no, this master, this teacher, under whose wings you are right now for these few minutes, says that you can control your diabetes, your hypoglycemia, your yo-yoing of blood sugars only with what she has discovered, which is a twist in Kapalabhati and Bhastrikas of the abdomen in a twist. Come back to the other side to add inhalations. So in that Kapalbhati, the moment you add inhalations, you're doing abdominal Bhastrikas. Mind you, you can search books from Hatha Pradipika to Gerhan Samhita, to Pujya Patanjali ji's Yoga Sutras, to schools from Iyengar ji, books from Iyengar ji's, to Bihar school. Any of those books, you're not going to find what I am giving you. I have still not found, and if you can, I would love for you to share it with us. Take it while I'm giving it. There are so many masters out there to give, but each one of us is so filled with excuses. It's such a joke. When quarters have to be renewed, I am taking a break. Come to the other side and twist. I am traveling. We have those on runways. I send the link. I add you to the Far East classes if the time is not convenient. I add you to the UAE classes if the time is not the best. And then you run out of excuses. This is for those of you who did not congratulate yourself. But I will not run out of solutions. I repeat, you will run out of excuses for taking a break unless you want to stop the breath. But I will not run out of solutions. Change sides to do abdominal bhastrika. Come back from the twist. Continue becoming the breath, which means abdominal bhastrika has stopped now. But because you are alive yet, because you are alive yet, because I am alive yet, I continue without changing my breath once again to become my breath. Which means I, Bijal Doshi, am one big breath. Since I'm inhaling and since I'm exhaling. And while we have become the breath now, only for that one micro moment, bring the awareness to the right hand for Nasagraha Mudra. Index finger, middle finger have folded at the knuckles to touch the thumb joint. Close the right nostril, inhale from the left. Fill your lungs, exhale from the right. Empty your lungs, inhale from the right. Fill your lungs, exhale from the left. Empty your lungs. Keep it uncomplicated. Don't get waylaid by millions of different techniques. They are just to have fun. The masters made it simple. There are only 8 basic pranayams that can cure, that can heal, that can make us concentrate. Why do we want to make it too complicated by asking questions like, is this surely going to cure my blood pressure? Invest in it to check. By way of time, by way of breaths, that's it. That's the investment I need. I am here to put a mirror in front of you to keep you busy, not to educate you more. You already know it. To keep you busy only handling breaths. We are currently doing simple, uncomplicated Anulom Vilom Pranayam. We're doing nothing else. This is another thing. My students are so used to getting so many things in one session that they feel, oh, I've only got these three. There must be so much more that she has to offer. I have much more. 8 प्राणायाम नहीं, मेरे पास 808 प्राणायाम की टेक्निक्स है. लेकिन जब सिर्फ 8 करते हैं तब चेक करिए, are we ready for the 808? Start making your exhalations longer than your inhalations. Continue congratulating yourself for being able to do 2 things at the same time. That's called multitasking in keeping calm. While the mind is away from scattered thoughts and patterns, it is still listening to instructions, messages, and what I have to share. While doing alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom Pranayam, we are inhaling and we are exhaling a little longer. How simple is this? We're inhaling from the longer nostril and now we are exhaling from the first. How simple is this? But we want to make the simplest things complicated by asking questions to ourselves. Know that your search is over. It is only the journey that we have to tread in together. Add Ujjayi, the throat breath, to activate the Vishuddhi chakra. So you're getting multiple benefits. You're handling your blood pressure from low to normal, from high to normal. This is helping you get calmer. Problems, pressure, stresses of daily life got your exhalations shallow, so you're having longer exhalations now. And you're beautifying your voice and reversing fears associated with relationships and finances. You're conquering the secretions also of the thyroid gland. Win, win, win situation for each one of us. And because it gets us calmer, we don't do any binging of food. And hence we are even conquering obesity. 2 pranayams that have to be done every day. Ujjayi and Anulom Vilom Pranayam. I have given you a blend of them. I'm merging the 2. If the shoulder gets tired, I tell you to change hands. If both shoulders get tired, don't come back to the first, just do a mental one with the mind's eye. Chill and relax. Don't be too ambitious about it. We always regret the previous moment and anticipate the next. I request you to be in this moment of your Anulom, of your Vilom. What did I give you today? I told you first to be seated comfortably in any happy meditative sage pose. I then gave you the freedom to keep your eyes open or your eyes closed, but I did not give you the freedom to keep your mind away. So I told you to become the breath, not to watch the breath. I then gave you only a handful of few pranayams and 1 kriya. The Kriya was Kapalbhati, and the few pranayams that were blended were Bhastrika, Anulom Vilom, and Ujjayi. That's all I have given you. I added the Kapalabhati and the Bhastrika in the twists. And you continue doing Anulom Vilom Pranayam now where your exhalation is longer than your inhalation. And you're doing that in Ujjayi. That's all. But what did I do? I addressed 99.99% of the problems. From obesity to constipation, from not having a well-sculpted body to rigidity and stiffness in the vertebral column, to questions that were asked, blood pressure, diabetes. And one thing we don't do is take a break. We can't. We cannot afford to. Not even at this moment while you're doing Anulom Vilom Pranayam. You have the freedom to change hands. You have the freedom to let the mind's eye go up, down, up. Be the breath. Inhale, let the awareness go to the eyebrow center. Exhale, let the awareness go to your exhalation being longer than the inhale. Again, inhale, let the awareness go to the eyebrow center. Exhale, let the awareness be that, oh, I have been told that my exhalation should be longer. So let me exhale a little more now. Keep it so simple. Combine the two. What Param Pujya Srimad Rajchandra said, Sahaj Atma Swarup Param Guru. We, our own divinity. Oh, it has anant meanings. But keep it simple again. We are simple people here. Make it your own Guru. And eventually, Patanjali ji says, Ishwar Pranidhan. Surrender to whoever you consider as your Lord. The sun, the moon, that teacher, that sage, that guru, or your own higher self. You find them, you get them. Last round, Anulom Vilom Pranayam, where your exhalation is longer than inhalation. In Ujjayi. I allow you only to discontinue. I don't allow you to open your eyes. I once again request you, urge you, plead you to watch the breath to a point where you become the breath. Watch your breath. Don't change it. Very soon, within half a minute, we are going to open our eyes, but we want to make sure that we become the breath. We are watching the breath, although eyes are open. Very soon, we are going to prepare ourselves to open the eyes till we close them again when we sleep, when we take a nap, or when we meet again tomorrow morning. But at that point, we're going to acknowledge the calm. And we're going to make sure that we continue being in Unmani, mindlessly staring only within us, rather than outside of us, judging, liking, disliking, hating, commenting, ignoring, over-involving. Nothing will need to be done if the mind's eye dwells within. Slowly open your eyes. And with open eyes, do a round of palming. Thank you all. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarla Banka, you've unmuted yourself. We don't know each other. Someone must have forwarded you the link to join us. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Sarla, you go first. Kalpana, you go next.
I'll be making payment today for joining classes tomorrow, but I'm not very convenient in making Ujjayi Pranayam and Bhastrika. So you are going to teach us, for the new students?
You're going to teach yourself.
Okay. While making,
celebrate and congratulate yourself for investing in this time. And I hope I don't sound like those pyramid sign in and congratulation kind of, coaching mastery teachers.
Yeah, I want to do that Ujjayi while doing, Anulom Vilom.
That was okay. Today was among the last sessions of the previous quarter, dear. So it's perfectly okay. It'll all be done not once, over and over again. In fact, every time on every day, I give instructions to any pranayam as if there is a new student, even in the middle of a quarter or a month or a day. So don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Kalpana, you go next, my dear. Sarla, mute yourself.
Just want to, I was a little confused. Lom Vilom, you do breathing through the nose.
Yes.
And Ujjayi is through the mouth.
So if you're a beginner, you keep your mouth open.
Yes, but while doing Lom...
Let me complete, Kalpana. Okay. If you're a beginner, all right. If you're not a beginner, then your mouth is closed. So, is the Anulom Vilom Pranayam with exhalation longer than inhalation for a beginner.
The mouth is closed.
Is the Anulom Vilom Pranayam with exhalation longer than inhalation in Ujjayi for the other 95% of them? Because I presume that there is just one or two beginners. Got it? I did not alternate nostril breathing. My exhalation was longer than my inhalation, and I was doing it for a beginner with open mouth, and for an advanced means one time only you are beginner, second time onwards you are normal, okay? Because you know where the friction is. Pranav, you go next, then Dilip bhai.
It was a nice session because I am doing yoga since 12 years.
Pranav, I salute you for doing yoga for 12 years. However, I must tell you, there was a lot of distraction. There were so many times when you were just completing everything, and breath is not about completion. There was a lot of restlessness, fiddling around with the skin, body, hair, everything. And yoga is connect. Connect. Yoga is not about what Katrina Kaif, Shilpa Shetty, Karina, or anybody do. It's not about 108 sun salutations. You do one, you're okay.
Yeah.
Pranav, if you're doing, I always used to tell my students for 20 years in all clubs, in all centers, that if you are telling anybody that you are doing yoga, first of all, I'm never interested in knowing what people have done in the past. Because they keep on telling me, मैं चलती हूँ, मैं ये किया, मैं स्विमिंग करती हूँ, मैं टेनिस किया, मैंने योग बहुत साल से किया. अरे भाई किया तो फिर ये पॉइंट क्यों मैं ऑब्जर्व कर रही हूँ in anything? How come you could not conquer your diabetes? I could conquer so much. I told my journey in the beginning, and I often do. So make sure whatever you do, you're able to be in yoga, period.
Sure.
In yoga, the moment you are in yoga, Pranav, everything else will again balance itself.
Sure.
Thank you, Pranav.
Yeah.
Dilip, your question? Dilip, you have a question? Okay, see you all. Most of you all are anyway on for the next quarter. See you all tomorrow. And remember that I will make no exceptions for early bird, which means today is the last day if you want to join in for the next quarter for the previous rate. I will not allow any exception. If you pay tomorrow, you will have to pay more. Thank you all. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you.
Most welcome, Bharti. More power to you, my dear. You were amazing today.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Bijal.
Welcome, my love. Ending the session, I don't think I see any other person unmuted. Can I end the meeting? Yes. Asha, you have a question here?
Yeah, I joined after many weeks because of my time limit. But I'll do not be there all the time, but whenever I can from school, I will join.
Yeah, Asha, just make it possible. I'll always send you the link like I did.
Yeah, I just like that frowning and meditation which you did. If you can send those.
Frowning, unfrowning glory.
Yeah, and the meditation just the previous day.
Okay.
Those two sound interesting.
Okay.
I missed those.
Send it on a message once again, Asha. I will do it because I was traveling.
Yeah, I know you said you were busy. Yeah. Oh,
But
I'll do it.
because
Thank you.
I'm never too busy. I'm always there. But because I was traveling and my
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do it now.
technology
Thank you.
challenge, although I feel I'm doing a lot, certain things I'm unable to download and send, but I will do it ASAP. Once it is on your message, then
Yeah,
I know that I have to do
okay.
it.
Thank you.